Good morning, YouTubers. I'm going to do this video this morning about a warning about clinical trials. Back in October, I went for my school bus license and I was told I had like 20/20 vision. Got a 95 overall on the test and decided not to work for the school system because I didn't want to drive children to school to learn evolution and doctrines, uh, to be indoctrinated into other religions that are getting political correct acclamation while others are not acceptable. I don't believe in the things they're teaching. I think it should be relegated to reading, writing, and arithmetic. But anyways, in good conscience, I couldn't go and forge ahead and take the job after I passed, but I was told I had 20/20 vision. Well, I was a little tight for money, so I wanted to participate in a clinical trial for dry eyes. It was already approved in Russia. I felt like the risk was relatively low. And I went in, and then I got a warning flag from the Holy Spirit to leave and not do it. So I left, but then I rationalized, you know how you do that with red flags sometimes, and I went back. And I took the initial tests and signed some documents and left, and they gave me a new appointment for December 13, 2018. I believe the first time was December 5th, at a clinic in Shelby, North Carolina called VITA, VITA Eye Clinic. Well, the trial was being run by the doctor who is at that office, but then when I went back and I got some other papers to review for signature, I brought them in to sign them in front of him. And it was like a dupe of some kind that was done, because he gave me different papers to sign. And I said, well, it says that I signed these ones that I've had a chance to review. He said, just sign these ones. It's the same thing. So he left the room, and it was a table with edging, like gold edging that waves up and down all around this table. And it was on the other side of the eye clinic, not the side where the doctor is. And then I signed those papers, and he came back in. And it kind of was hard to sign because your wrist is resting on all these ridges, which makes it kind of shaky for your signature to go down there. Now, I really felt like at this point it was really strange that I had to sign different papers when specifically the ones mailed to me were the ones that it said you review them and bring them in and sign them. I also knew it was strange that they had already had me sign for the dry eye study, so why did they want me to sign something again? Well, subsequent to that, I was brought into like a broom closet, and things were stuck in the outside corners of my eyes by some young man named Colby. And somehow intense light, when I was brought into finally the doctor's room, they had put like red drops, yellow drops, green drops. They said, this is numbing. Now, why would I need numbing for a dry eye study? I should have known to leave then. And some woman that had been in there prior to me had smelled really bad. So like the Holy Spirit was just kept on giving me warnings, and I kept ignoring them. And then he shined such an intense light into my eyes. And then I saw a burst of red. And then my eyes were dilated for so long. And I was sort of without good vision and good clarity for days. And I wrote the company, but I haven't received any reply. I wrote the people that oversee it, and they said they couldn't help me. But this is a global company that was in there with them with special equipment. It's called Aura. It's an international company, and they do work in biotech as well, in all kinds of experimental procedures. So at any rate, my vision became very poor in this left eye, and now the outside corner has like a laceration on it, and it's smaller opening, and it's just not got the clarity it used to have. The outside corner turned blood red one day, and I don't know what was really done, if it was really dry eye, because why did they put numbing in? And he had me roll my eyes up, to the left, to the right, and down. And he had a very high intense lamp, like nothing you've blinding, like nothing you've ever experienced in a regular eye doctor's office. So they had special equipment from Aura, which is an international company, global company. And I'm telling you all this because I want you to be warned that no amount of money is worth sacrificing your eyesight or any other member of your body. So I quit the study when I saw my eyesight was affected, and my eyes felt like they was always awake even when I closed them. And my upper body got hot, and I had like some physiological responses, headaches, very bad headaches, and itching in my upper shoulders and torso area. Now, I noticed it was headed by Nancy Klein. She wasn't there, though. That study, for some reason, even though it was in the office of a different person, Vollmer, I believe is his name, and he did it. It was under the auspices of a Nancy Klein, and she's been to The Hague, and I noticed, and she's been everywhere, worldwide. I went to her for her to check my eyes to see what they did to them, and she didn't look at them very long or very hard, but I just wanted to warn people that you can go in as an experimental subject and consent to something, but you should read what you're really having done to you and ask questions, because my eyesight is not the same. My left eye is smaller here, and it turns red in the corner, and if you look close, it's got scar tissue, like the sclera, the outside part, the protective gel part, is got scarring on it. So there are a lot of things going on in the world, and I know this will sound strange, but I was sitting in front of the computers after this all happened at the senior center. Oh, my pupils were always dilated too. Everything was blurry for quite a while, but I prayed for healing from the Father in heaven. But when I went on the computer, a FedEx package number came up, a number. So I called that tracking number, and it seemed odd. Well, then something came up, iTrax, EYETRAX in Charlotte. So iTrax came up on my computer. I don't know if they put rings, embedded rings that track my eyes, what my eyes go to, and it interconnects when I'm on a computer screen. I don't know what it is that's been really done to my eyes, but the only way I would find out if something is implanted in my eyes is to have the money to go somewhere and have it checked to some specialist who's not biased. Because I did go to one, and he made calls over there, and I was shooed out of his exam room within 30 seconds and put on just regular eye prescription machinery. He said, there's nothing in your eyes. And he was in clinical trials, I saw later. I had picked him randomly out of the online directory. So please be careful with clinical trials, and don't underestimate what could be done with people who you're subjecting yourself in a chair to someone, entrusting someone with a part of your body that you have no idea what it is that they potentially could do, and you wouldn't even have recourse. So you have a blessed day, everyone.